don't you share a little testimony of what your experience has been with Max and what it's done for your family? Sure they would.
First of all, I want to thank Scott for introducing me to Max. He has done a lot for my family. Actually, I got involved with Max last September because my husband was diagnosed with lung cancer, second cancer, and he was going through his treatments, and as they are destroying good cells, and I decided on taking on with the challenge of using Max products. Because my assistant here had taken them previously for about a year and a half and had seen really good results for her diabetes. And I thought, well, you know, I had some research of it, and so what I did, I gave big doses of the Max products to my husband when he was going through his chemo and radiation treatments. And it sustained his energy, didn't lose much weight, he ate very well, you know, was well himself, even though he lost his hair, but then he grew back to a natural color, which he's all excited now. And 3 weeks ago, he was given a clean bill of health, which the lung cancer he had, they had given him about 10% survival. Wow. And also, I want to share that at the very same time, in October, we started in September, in late October, my granddaughter was living back with her parents, and she had lost her job with Alliant and was struggling with mental issues. I was diagnosed with a borderline personality, anxiety attack, wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping, so on and so forth. So I went there one Friday evening, and she came up the steps, and as she came up the steps, she just landed in my arms and said, "Mamie, I can't go on with life anymore." So I went home, and I said, I need to do something. And the next morning I got up and I went back, and I gave her the same dosage I was giving to my husband. And within 2 days, she texted me and she says, "Mamie, that black cloud that was in my head has disappeared, has lifted off." And after a week, she sat on my living room sofa, and she was so alive and vibrant. And today, she's studying to become a biologist, and her lowest mark is 84, and she did one last week of 91. Is the happiest individual you could ask to meet today. So, and my daughter can certify to what I've just said. So that's what it does.
I'd like to also add that the testimonies and stories you hear today, the products are not proven to treat, cure, or prevent any illness or disease. They elevate your glutathione and your body's natural defense system, and your body does what it needs to do. So it's not proven to treat or cure any illness or disease. I'd like to ask somebody else up to, if they'd be willing to share a testimony. Yeah.
I'm the newbie.
Yeah. Danielle is a Max associate, involved with Max for a while.
I just start slowly.
Thank you.
Okay. My name is Danielle. I can explain how I got to find him. I met him a long time ago at a fair, and then I started having issues with my left knee. I had torn my meniscus on my left knee, and I'm not very well. So back then I was about 44, 43. When it started originally with my knee pain, I used to be at a job where I had to stand all the time. After a while I couldn't stand anymore, I couldn't walk anymore. Tore my meniscus. Did the surgery like they asked, didn't work. I have a driveway. If you go from the end of your house to your driveway, put almost 3, and that's the length of my driveway. And I couldn't go down to the mailbox or back again or anything like that. So I was on crutches. Did a second surgery. They recommended. They went back, took another one. It tore again in a different position. So I did a second surgery. That didn't work. So I was still on crutches, I still couldn't walk far, I couldn't do much of anything. Almost 2.5, 3 years of not being able to drive my bike, because I was very active like you were, and I couldn't go walking, hiking, because we're a very active family. And then, I ain't gonna say how, but somebody was bugging me to get a hold of him. They kept pointing at him like, get a hold of him, get a hold of him. I was like, geez, I only met him once and it was a year ago, so a year or so ago. So I said, okay. I'm like, how am I gonna figure this out? And then they kind of pointed out a friend of mine that was talking to at the same time. And so I said, okay, I'll get a hold of her, see if she remembers this conversation. So she remembered, and then gave me his information, and I messaged you on Facebook, I think it was, to see if I can get a hold of you. I didn't care about the presentation, I just wanted to start it, because I trusted who was telling me about this. They didn't tell me any information, they just told me to get on this product, you'll be fine. So I did. My husband used to go around the block. So if you went down from here, I'd say, and go down to the corner store, like the Sobeys kind of deal, and then come back again, that's how far my husband would go around the block kind of deal. I couldn't get down to the end of the driveway. I got halfway with no pain within 4 days. Within 6 days, I had no problem since then.
Wow.
Off crutches, walking around, got back on my bike, started last summer, like, because this has been since last year. So last summer, I got on my bike, I've been canoeing, paddleboarding, hiking, swimming, trekking, like everything. And my daughter's like, I love this, Mom. So it's a blessing because I have a grandbaby now. And I can run around with her, and my oldest daughter, I can go and run around with her. And she says, it's great to be back, because it was very depressing for her, because she was worried about me all the time. And my husband, I couldn't do anything with him anymore, because he couldn't stand me being in pain all the time. I couldn't do anything. See, I'm getting emotional. But now I can do everything. And within 4 days of taking the product. I've been off for a while. It's only because I've lost my job, but I'm coming back to it. I got a full-time, I'm going back on it again. But I've been helping other people. I want a couple more people, but they didn't show up. But anyways, you're quite the blessing. So I'm glad for my messenger to be with you. This is amazing.